Good morning, or 12:15, you could still say technically good morning. Thank you to Camino, from Michael and I, for the invitation. I think we both are presenting today the second time. I presented at the first Unchained in Mallorca 4 years ago. And it's a great event. It's an event where like-minded people get together and exchange ideas. And I think I'm probably the best example for that, because I exchanged an idea last year with Sam, the biological father of the Camino Messenger. And I was asking him, how could we get tokens onto a marketplace and present that? And anyway, a few weeks later, I presented the idea to Michael. And Michael said, yeah, I can do that. And today we're presenting the product. The product is going live at the end of November. The product website will be up and running as of the week after next, or next week, I think. And so we're a perfect example of what can happen at the Unchained conferences when people with good ideas to get together, and a year later, a product is there. So we're happy to welcome you today to present to you the travel market, or the travel token marketplace, where digital travel tokens bring new value to tourism. All of you and friends of yours have always experienced the delight and thrill when you purchase something and get a token as reward. The instant rush of gratification after purchasing is really widespread, except in the travel industry. But that is changing today. As of now, with the travel token marketplace, we claim it's going to be a game changer in the tourism industry, where digital tokens create real value, create delight for the customers, and create a new promotion opportunity for tour operators, airlines, and travel service providers of many kind. What we're presenting today, at first glance, may not particularly be exciting. We have a token or a voucher has been in the marketplace for the last 30 years, and we're making that mobile. We're bringing that into a wallet. It might not sound very exciting. And what we're doing, as I said, we're reimagining something that's been there for a long time, and we're reimagining the old-fashioned paper token on Web 3.0 and on the blockchain. Some of you techies might think it's not really rocket science either, but it is. The true rocket science of the travel token marketplace lies behind the scenes. And today I can claim we are profoundly going to reshape how ancillary products are marketed and sold in the travel industry. One of our main features, and that's why I say the rocket science is behind the scenes, but one of our main features is in the simplicity. So you wanted to build a technical platform that was simple to use for both the travel, retail, as well as the people who launch platform or launch tokens on the platform. So the simple and the ease of use is one of our USPs. Once upon a time, there were lots of vouchers and lots of travelers. And obviously the purpose of the voucher was to give a service or give a product to the many travelers. But the question is, how many of these vouchers actually reached their planned destination? We did find out, but probably months later. Could we only really define or find out exactly how many of these vouchers reached the planned destination and how many of the travelers availed from the services contained in those vouchers? The problem is, months later as well, we realized that probably a lot of those vouchers wound up in a dustbin. So, a lot of effort and probably very, very little benefit. And any benefit that must be measured was only measured with great difficulty and great administration. As I said, travel tokens or vouchers have been around a while. Back in the 70s, it started been redefined or have evolved over the years. PDFs and email vouchers. The first mobile voucher probably came with the advent of mobile phones and smartphones. But those mobile vouchers, even though they were very, very mobile, they were still very restricted. And there was no real integration and applications of very, very little scalability. Only with the digital travel token can we do something really groundbreaking. We can integrate directly into digital wallets. It's flexible, it's secure, and it's instantly certifiable and scalable. So what we're talking today, we're talking about a simple voucher, we're talking about a programmable asset. An asset which is where we can build loyalty programs, an asset by which we can do cross-selling, we can sell real-time promotions, gratifications, and create completely new revenue sources for the industry. What are we doing? Are we reinventing the marketplace, or are we redesigning the marketplace? I'd probably say reinventing, but it's a matter of opinion. What we're doing is with the travel token marketplace is not creating just a platform. We're creating a completely new ecosystem between suppliers, retailers, and travelers, allowing them to interact seamlessly through the digital token. The people that we speak to who should launch tokens on the marketplace are obviously tour operators, airlines, charter airlines, for example, destination management organizations, travel service providers of all kinds, incoming agencies, and so on and so forth. The retail part of our equation will mint tokens that can be redeemed at the destination, on the way to the destination. We have an example over the years of getting a free cup of coffee on your airline for booking a particular airline, or getting a meal on an airline. So it can be minted or redeemed on the airline, on your pre-departure, on your way to the airport. You can get a lounge upgrade, and so on and so forth. There is no limit to the imagination what we can tokenize today. There are 4 steps in the life cycle. A token is created, a token is minted. Michael will talk about that later in the second 45 minutes of our presentation. A token is redeemed, and as soon as there's a token redeemed, the token is burned. We have 2 different kinds of tokens, a single-purpose token or a multi-purpose token. I'll go and briefly talk about that in a second. And for my one marketing slide, we just want to say briefly how Travel Token Marketplace can transform how products are marketed and promoted in the industry, especially ancillary products. Promotions can be launched, I say generally, so basically any user of the platform can have access to a token. If a tour operator or a service provider or an airline decides to launch a token which is specifically targeted at one particular sales organization, it can do that as well. So you can be general, or you can be very, very exact. You can be very bespoke about the kind of token that you launch. As soon as the token is on the platform, it's visible. An idea to launch a token, it can be planned, days, weeks, months in advance, or it can be spontaneous, driven by some marketing incident. If you decide you want to launch a token, to address that marketing incident, it's there and accessible immediately. And it's trackable, so we know exactly where the token is through every part of the customer journey. Michael will talk in a second about how we can talk to these tokens. So we can upgrade the tokens, we can change values within the tokens while the token is out there on the customer journey. From the retail point of view, it's an ideal tool. We're talking about lead generation, we're talking about customer retention, and we're talking especially about creating and operating loyalty programs. We elevate the travel industry to match other sectors that use tokens to their full potential and customer loyalty programs. I mentioned, and Michael will go into more detail, about the single-purpose use token and the multiple-purpose use token, which is important, that a multi-pass token, which is secure, seamlessly usable, can be identified and used across different locations and services. But from the traveler's point of view, the travelers will love travel tokens for their reward, for their simplicity, for their flexibility, for their security, and for their personalization, and probably enough more as well. Whilst here today, a special shout out and a special thanks to Best Reisen, Frank and Melissimo are our guests here today. Best Reisen are our travel token marketplace launching partner in Germany. And as one of Germany's leading travel agency networks, Best Reisen stand for vision and innovation. I think the Best Reisen technology today is a testament for how innovative they are, and Best Connect is an excellent platform that they've developed over the years. Together, we are in the process of redefining the future of travel marketing, making it digital, making it scalable, making it securable, and very, very customer focused. So then I'd like to pass it over to Michael.
Thank you, Tom.
There you go.
It's also a pleasure for me being here again. When we started, when Tom asked me if we could build something, I said, yes, sure, but as I have a tiny experience in building blockchain applications, I said we need to do it different. We need to focus more on the customer side, and we should not mention wallets and dependencies on technical hardware requirements and software requirements. And I said, Tom, the only thing everybody needs is just a phone, just a smartphone. And today, I will show you how that works, and I prepared a small walkthrough for the whole token lifecycle and the process. For that, we have 4 participants, which is the tour operator, the travel agent, the traveler, customer, and the service provider. The process is creating a travel token, distributing it, minting, adding it to a wallet, and validation. First step, how to create a travel token. Actually, you just need 4 fields. It's a name, a description, maybe an image, and with one click, and you remember, I didn't mention any wallets, you just created a travel token on the Camino chain. Now, after that, this is the tour operator is doing this step. The travel agency will find the travel token in our marketplace. They can now, with any means of communication channel, let it be an email, via SMS or social media, send this token to their customer, to the traveler. Also, just with one click, adding an email address, and the customer receives a link. Now, the next step, all of you know. It's as easy as adding an airline ticket to your wallet on your smartphone. That works on any iPhone, it works on any Android device. You do not need any other software. You receive a link, you click on the link, and you see the travel token will be added to your smartphone. Now, with that step, there are some features unlocked. For example, we can now send the traveler individually, or the whole group with the same token, push notifications. That could be some information about the weather, maybe some time change, or even a slight overcrowding measures by advising a better visiting time. All included. Now, last but not least, verification. Also, in most of the cases I built before, with verification, validation is the most important part. Again, only smartphone required. With every smartphone and opening a link, we're actually promoting the device to be now a validating device on the Camino blockchain. And with that phone, you can scan the travel token and so proceed with the validation. Nothing else required. In the background, we are tracking all those steps. So from when the token was issued and created, when it was added to the wallet of the traveler, and when it was validated and used. We are tracking the location, where and who and when. Well, you might now say, is that really all? I mean, we just demonstrated the kind of singular one-dimensional process of creating a paper voucher and burning it somewhere, right? No, it's not. We could possibly spice that up, or we Camino it up. What about blockchain integration? Let's go a bit multidimensional. And Tom already said it. We have something on the blockchain. We have a token now. And we can attach to that token information to increase the customer's, the traveler's travel experience. I all the time think about so much information I need to give on several points on my trip. I can avoid that. I can include in the token information securely protected on the chain, and the service providers I visit have that information available, and only them have that visual to just increase my travel experience. I'll give you an example for that. And I want you to meet ValleyX. It's a travel token marketplace customer. ValleyX is a fully autonomous and decentralized luxury airline, and they have a loyalty program. And their loyalty card is a travel token, and in their loyalty card, all the customers' preferences are saved. So from which restaurants he likes to eat, maybe allergies, his driving license, his age, but again, all this data is fully protected. When we need an age verification, we don't need to share the birthday, we can just share the information, yeah, the customer has that age, and all that in the travel token. Well, that was my examples about our travel tokens. If you have questions or would like to have a demo, we're always available for a demonstration, even real cases. Everything you saw is already live on the Camino blockchain and working and testable. Thank you for the attention and a nice day.